Good morning, Sam.
Good evening, Sabrina. I'm liking the wig.
Welcome back to the Nobody Leaves podcast. I'm Sabrina Carpenter. This is my friend Sam that I like to hang out with every week and talk about, different media. But this week, I released a little project myself called Man's Best Friends. So Sam was gracious enough to give me this platform to let me talk about my album that I made.
I want to refer to you in like a familiar nickname, but I don't know how you would ever shorten Sabrina. Like, yeah, so Sab, what's going on with this this new album? But like,
I've
there's
heard
no,
Sab.
Yeah.
Sab's cool.
Sab sounds bad. Sab sounds like you're gonna like break union lines. Like, I don't know about
Sab. But yeah, for those of you who want to hear about my amazing album made by me, Savvy Wabby, you can go ahead and skip ahead because first we have to talk about a bunch of other really important stuff. Sam, there's been a lot going on in the world of me and music and stuff that I've been listening to. My favorite artist is back. And I know that I call everyone my favorite artist, but
Twice?
Unfortunately, no. Lil Mariko has returned with a new music video, new song, back on the stage. All week I was just being like, I should have pitched this, I should have pitched that, or whatever. But hopefully this is like the start of a rollout and we get more. But Lil Mariko, are you familiar with her? Okay. Do you know the Where's My Jewel? Do you know Where's My Jewel?
No.
Do you know simp?
I'm aware of the term simp, yes.
Okay. Okay, so Lil Mariko's really good. She had a bunch of viral hits in a row, like with her previous kind of releases. There's Where's My Jewel was probably like the initial one that like she really blew up of, which is just her being very angry because she can't find her jewel. She walks this like line of like, what the fuck, like kind of girly bitchy kind of pop vibe with just screamo. Like she does a lot of screaming, which is like really
I'm being rude, right? Because I'm acting like this is whatever, but I'm gonna talk about Hollow Knight for 20 minutes after this, so like I could be a little more gracious, but no, I'm not familiar with this artist, but that I can feel the vibe already.
This is we're crashing hard on this episode. Sometimes we really like the same things.
That we and then sometimes we don't. The YouTube channel that we share, I can already see the music videos like populating the recommended.
Yeah, it's we're really crashing because I feel like when you said, I'm going to talk about Hollow Knight later, I was like face pumped because I was like, who cares? Lil Mariko's back. Like, who gives It's like, it's so good. She released a song, and the title, I want to get it correct because it's like Better Late Than Ugly. Really, really good concept. Really, really just like immaculate vibe. Because you're probably not going to watch this music video. She's like just getting dressed and all this for the whole video, and like her date's waiting on her, and when she finally like rolls up, like he's turned into a skeleton. Pretty good.
I've had this argument with you before with the Tyler the Creator song, like the one random single where it's like waiting, like come on girl, let's go.
Yes.
And you were on the side of the girl, and I was like, we have an appointment to make. Like, come on.
Yeah,
I want to talk to the neighbor with the fake laugh, the ha 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 ha, whatever how the song goes.
Yeah, no, it's the like, it to me it's like a spiritual sequel to "Come On Let's Go" by Tyler the Creator. In that like we're getting the other side. Like this could be like the gotcha like. You didn't have to cut me off, whatever that's called, and he has like the two sides and they're like arguing their two perspectives or whatever. Like these two songs are spiritually like, it's like we've got the other side
linked, the yin and yang of get to the fucking restaurant already.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely me. I love it. It's like we're singing about real issues, you know. Not every song needs to be about love and relationships. Some of them can be about how you're a really thoughtless, like inconsiderate person who's late for everything. Um, yeah, it's so good. The
Oh, the
opening
reservation's for
lines.
7. That means we have to leave at 7. What?
You leave at 7:30. You give him time. You can make him wait. The opening lines of the song. Sorry I'm late. Don't want to be ugly. Gotta look good. So you'll fuck me. Really good. She's just really like hits the nail
Bars.
on the head every time. And yeah, I don't know. When we're gonna
So
talk about yeah,
it's a real music themed week for you, Mallory, is what I'm learning.
huge music themed week, and yeah, and just women's rights are really at the center of everything I do. And I feel like it because we're going to talk about like Sabrina Carpenter later, and we're going to talk about like we're not going to dwell on it, but we are going to talk about the hate campaign and the stupid comments I've been reading on the internet. These people would just like be incinerated in the spot if they listened to Lil Mariko. Like
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
you're the soldier on the island who doesn't know the war is over. Like, I haven't heard anyone talk about this album cover since, like, the first 2 weeks where it was, like, it was in the news for a while, don't get me wrong. But,
Yeah.
like, do people really still care? Are you in
Well,
Are you
then
on Stan Twitter? Is that what's happening here?
Well, then CBS did an interview. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I'm gonna get sucked
We'll get to
into
man's
it.
best friend later. But, you know, I've
Yeah.
been thinking a lot about women. And they
Uh-huh.
belong in the kitchen, where they're
Uh-huh.
cooking up new video essays. Mallory, you want to talk to me about your new Okaroon Dawn to Dawn video essay that you put out? We've got 2 people on this podcast releasing videos. It's a record.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that we both made video essays in the same week. That's kind of cool.
Mhm.
I made one about Okarun and masculinity. It's kind of weird. But I mean, if you find it interesting, I guess you could click on it. But you don't have to watch it. You should watch the Gigi one if you didn't watch that one last week. It's really good. But even more breaking news in the video essay empire is tracking
Hold
shots
on. You're
Andor
burying
video.
the lead. I did make the Andor video that I've been promising to make for 4 months. It's pathetic that it took me 4 months to make a 20-minute video.
It's good.
You're burying the lead here. If you want to see Okaroon on a My Chemical Romance skateboard, then you've got to tune in to the new YouTube channel linked below. Maru, right? Is that what you went with?
I think it's Bad Luck Maru, but I think I
Bad
put
Luck
like Maru as like the name or something. I don't know. You could just click. You're not gonna Google it. Like just
Branding.
click the branding. We'll figure it out. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was cool to draw him being emo on a skateboard and just get my thoughts out. But yeah, I probably won't keep making Don to Don videos only. But I just want to like while it's airing, I'm very like I've been in that headspace. Until this week in the onslaught of pop music. But yeah, how's about Andor? How's about fascism, Sam?
I wouldn't know anything about being trapped in a headspace with the show for like 4 months after it ends.
Yeah, speaking of
Yeah, I
the
made
last
the Andor
soldier
video.
on the island fighting.
I made the Andor video. No one cared about Andor when it came out. No one cares about it now, but I really like it. And I was feeling really upset about gestures at everything. And so I wanted to make a video on how Andor is a very political show that I also think is very, very well made. And so I made that video, and it's out now. And if you want to check it out, it's over on the Tracking Shots YouTube channel. Found myself getting very weepy over Cyril Karn. Didn't think I thought I'd gotten over those hurts, but they're still there. They still burn in my soul.
See, and then when's the Mon Mothma video? I kind of noticed Mon Mothma didn't really get spotlighted a whole
Mon
lot.
Mothma unintentionally like left out of that video hardcore. Don't really know why. It was not intentional at all, but like yeah, no, Mon Mothma does not get the spotlight. I think part of it is that I didn't have a lot of footage of season 2 until way later in the production, where I managed to like get some footage. And
And that's where
Mon's
she
season,
shines.
you know.
Yeah.
There's one thing in there about like it's worth rebelling even if you destroy your family, and there's like a nod to Mon, but like, yeah, Mon Mothma conspicuously absent. You have to turn into the podcast for that.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's maybe a little less relatable than I think what you were talking about, like, I think a lot more people are closer to a Cyril Karn than they are to a Mon Mothma, like, vis-a-vis their, like, positioning in the system, you know?
Well, I ended up spending a lot more time talking about the Empire than I thought I would.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. So, yeah, it makes sense that you would end up with that focus. But yeah, I should make him. I have nothing. It would just me being going like,
what's stopping you?
yes, bitch. Like that's all it would be. That's why it's like I'm really trying to get better at like expressing my thoughts into words and explaining my like reasoning and like it's like in math where you had to like show your work and like do your proofs and stuff like that and explain like. I'm really trying to like catch people up to where I'm at, but like Mom Mothma, I'm just like in awe. Like I'm just like jaw dropped. Like there's nothing I can add of substance.
Yeah, I need the meat though. I need the protein of the video. What's her character arc? I mean I know what it is, but
Sometimes you just gotta like get a whipped cream bottle and shoot it directly into your mouth. And that's how I feel when I watch the Mom Mothma dance scene. It's amazing.
The rave.
The rave is beautiful. Let's talk about other stuff. Okay. Another amazing diva has entered the scene, has released another second album this week, and I was like, wow, I'm so stupid for not pitching this. Rebecca Sugar out here producing music as just a music artist.
That's a name I haven't heard in many years.
You're familiar with the old ones. No, Rebecca Sugar, more relevant than ever. Beautiful gray hair in these YouTube shorts that she's making promoting the video. But just lively as ever. And yeah, like,
Gray hair? Isn't she like our age?
I'm pretty sure she's older than us, surely.
But like not much older, right?
I don't know. Maybe she dyed it. Anyway, like the point, we're getting fixed up.
I'm sorry, Rebecca Sugar. I'm thinking of Rebecca Black. I thought you were hitting.
Oh
me
my!
Lore.
No, Rebecca
You're
Black
talking
does
about
not.
Steven Universe and company.
Yeah, Rebecca Black famously has black hair. Yeah, no. Well, you'd be forgiven for being mistaken because Rebecca Sugar obviously is like most known for being a cartoon showrunner, but she's now released 2 albums just as like these like side projects, and this new one is fire. It's really good, and it's like there's a animated music video she made for a song called Ice Water. She made like original characters for the album. They're like the album's called Lonely Magic, and then there's the Lonely Magic Angels, and they have names like Epiphany and Ache and shit. It's really
I hate
good.
People who are like cross-talented, who can also like animate and sing and write music and like
write
just pick a lane, you know? Don't write and be like good at like songwriting. Like what a jackass.
Yeah, no, it's really beautiful. Some really like heart-wrenching songs about abuse. She like screams on some of them. I'm like, whoa, baby, because like her first album was like very like the main track I listened to off of that is called Good Morning Afternoon. It's very like good morning afternoon, like very like peaceful.
Yeah,
type
are we
of
still
thing.
talking like ukulele songs or like what has the music changed?
It's a little bit. I think the first album felt a lot more like ukulele-ish type stuff. This one like has a lot more like guitars and stuff mixed into it. It still feels like not too like if you've listened to like the Steven Universe soundtrack, it's not like too out of place for some of the more like ukulele guitar based songs on that. But like it's I don't know it's expanded like the range a little bit, and there's like a little bit of. Like, she would write some kind of, like, more punky, like, angstier songs sometimes for Steven Universe, but, like, we've never heard her sing those, I guess, so, I don't know. It's cool.
Well, I gotta check that out because, like, Rebecca Sugar songs had ways of, like, warming their way into my brain for, like, 6 months at a time, so I still every once in a while will find myself humming them. So yeah, I gotta check that out. That'll be fun.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, that's me like venting about all the music this week, and like yeah, a lot of music. I'm like, wow, music's back. 2025 it's returned. um, but I know that you want to
Can I
talk
be
about
unleashed to talk about Hollow Knight?
some really interesting stuff. All right. um remember,
Mallory, I've been waiting
girls,
for this game for a long time. Come
there's
on.
a little link at the bottom, then we can just skip ahead. But yeah, Sam, tell us all about.
At the time of recording, Hollow Knight Silk Song is days away. People don't know what it's going to cost. People think it's going to cost $20, which would be really funny because it's going to be like a 100-hour game. So, Hollow Knight fans stay winning after not winning for a long time.
Wow.
There's not much to talk about because it isn't out yet, but just Silk Song watch. I'm on it. I've been standing on this wall for a long time. I'm at the gates. I'm banging against the door. I want to be let in. Let me in. Let me in. Silk Song. Bug noises. I'm about it.
Everyone watched
replayed
Sam's
Hollow
video
Knight.
about bugs noises. Anyway, continue.
I
Tell me
did make
about.
a video about bug noises. I replayed Hollow Knight to see if you could play it, and I decided that you could
Oh.
not. But FYI. But in doing
Women are
so,
back
I
in the
decided to do a
kitchen.
whole replay.
2025.
Women are back in
Women.
the kitchen. They can't play Hollow Knight. No, women can play Hollow Knight. You cannot play Hollow
Yeah,
Knight.
yeah.
I was going to pitch you Hollow Knight like 2 weeks ago when the Silk Song announcement came out, and I was like, what's that episode going to be? Mallory's going to go, this is stupid. I don't like games like this. I couldn't beat this boss, and I'm angry. Why'd you make me buy this? I just don't want to put myself through that, you know?
Yeah, I'd try. I would try. if you
But
finished
would
it.
would you resent? Would there be hate in your heart?
Maybe a little bit. It's hard because like
there would
when we're talking about it right now, I feel kind of like I'm like, no, I'd like put my best foot forward, but then like
I'm negging
when
you about Hollow Knight.
yeah, like last week I did actually think that you were gonna pitch it to me, and I was talking to our other friends. I was like, oh, I don't want to play Hollow. I was like, oh no. Oh,
I can
it
sense
seems
that,
really
you know,
hard.
and so I'm just gonna enjoy this like generational game, and it's what's probably gonna be its generational sequel, just on my own, you know.
Wow.
I don't need
Is it-
your approval. I know it's great.
Is it generationally good? Is
Hollow
it
Knight's really fucking good. I don't know what
Really?
to tell you. It's like
Well, then I should
People-
try it out. What if I
It's really
love
good.
it? What if it's
You're not
my
going
favorite
to.
thing?
this isn't
what
Pokemon. It doesn't run at 10 FPS, so I don't like it.
so like I mostly, for context, I'm not a gamer, but I mostly like games that are very slow and there's no time pressure and there's not a lot of challenge, and you just kind of like I like games where you line up colorful blocks and like you just kind of arrange your room decor, and it's
I'm gonna pitch
I'm
you
not
that Pokemon puzzle game that's like $40 and is like
yeah
Sudoku.
it's like it's probably like a subscription service or something. Yeah,
Next
no,
week on the
it's
podcast, Pokemon Sleep. Just look at the pretty shapes and don't do anything.
Have you tried Pokemon Sleep?
No, I have not. I'm sure you have.
Well, red again.
Caught.
Yeah, well, they could call me Ben's best friend. But no, seriously, with Hollow Knight, is there any like what's your feelings being on the precipice? Because I can relate. Like, I'm very into Deltarune, which is like, you know, a lot more story based game. But like what are the feelings of like anticipation now that you're on that precipice of like you're almost there?
So the thing I'm trying to put into words what I like about Hollow Knight's very difficult, right? Because it's not. It has story, it has lore. You can like dig into it like a Dark Souls game and be like, oh well, this is what the moth means, and this is what the vessel means and the Hollow Knight and that, but I don't, for whatever reason, like really click with it. To me, it is totally about the vibes of the world. Like, I like every background of every screen is like this vast cavern of different, like, there's a crumbling statue in the back, and it's like, who's that referencing? It's a boss later on. There's just a vibe and it's the closest I've ever come to liking like a Tim Burton aesthetic. Like, in the way that people feel about The Nightmare Before Christmas, I feel about Hollow Knight, where I just love the lighting in the game. I love the designs of the enemies and the characters, and obviously I love the bug noise voice acting. That was a video I made. It was like the second video I ever made, was like, I really like that the map seller makes a noise and goes like "Bampanada." Like, I just really like that. And playing it now for the first time in a couple of years, probably since that video came out, so probably like 4 years. It's still just impeccable. Like, and it also is just really fun to play. The fighting and action and all that is great. Those are parts that I could see people not vibing with. No one in particular. But yeah, I am just incredibly excited for Silksong.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I can appreciate a vibe and an aesthetic in a game. Like, it's nice, like, all those, like, little atmospheric elements, like, when they just really crescendo together. Like, that's, I feel like, the type of stuff that would make me, like, always want to go back to a certain game is, like, oh, I want to, like, feel like I'm in this world again. I want to, like, immerse myself in this, like, vibe and this atmosphere. Is it that hard? Like,
it's pretty difficult. I mean, I wouldn't say the initial, like, first 15 hours or so were that difficult, but, like, it has some bosses that are challenging. Like, there were times this weekend where it's like, I've fought this boss like 4 or 5 times and beaten it in the past, and I'm still, like, sitting there going, man, this is difficult. But it's not insane. Like, I played a game called 9 Souls last year that is a similar, like, Dark Souls meets Metroidvania style game, and that I found, like, to be much more difficult. The thing that's a lot of people bounce off of Hollow Knight for is partially what I love about it, which is that it's really easy to get lost. So you're just, like, wandering around this map that is, like, it's based on, like, a bug colony, right? So it's just a bunch of, like, interlacing tunnels and pathways and shortcuts and this and that, and you can have this feeling of, like, I'm just wandering over here and suddenly I'm in a beehive, or suddenly I'm in this, like, acid swamp, or I found myself in this, like, howling cliffs area where, like, the wind is, like, raining down on me and there are, like, corpses falling from the sky. But it's also cute because they make funny noises when they fall, and they go like, ooh. They make, like, the zombie damage noise from Minecraft. And yeah, I just love it.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm like, because I think the aesthetic is luring me in a little bit. I'm like, I kind of want to try it, but yeah, I don't. It's hard to tell how frustrated I would get. Yeah, like that little grumpy old guy. Or no, that's the little one. Yeah, wow,
that's the little one.
Cute.
Zote is behind me.
Zote, that's a good name.
Yeah,
too.
Zote. His name is Zote the Mighty, and you beat him by, like, attacking him once. He's great, and he just keeps going up the whole game, being like, you'll find him in various, like, traps, and he's just like, this is part of my plan. I intended to get captured. And if you leave him alone, he just dies. But if you save him, he just continues to, like, move his way through the game.
It's very papyrus coded.
Yes,
like
very.
from Undertale.
But very grumpy. He sounds like like that's how he talks. He's great.
Man, I might love it. But it'd be so hard.
There's a side character that, like, is a fan of his, and you can go into her dream and fight her imagination of him, and then it's an actual boss. It's great. Like, there's incredible stuff in this game.
Dang. See,
and as you keep beating her imagined version of him, like, she starts to fall in love with you, basically, like, in her dream, and then, like, eventually, like, she's not a fangirl of him anymore. It is a fan of you instead.
Oh, that's
incredible.
Crazy. I like that. Damn. Have I like reacted negatively to a game that makes you specifically think I won't, or is it just my general being like, oh, I don't like hard games?
I think it's because you're a woman. No, I'm kidding. I gotta stop making that. I've been hammering that joke because of the main topic of this episode. This is a joke between friends. Internet, I swear.
This is the theme of this. The theme of this episode is misogyny, and we're just gonna leave
the theme of I am playing the heel. I am not in any way believe that. No, I think the time crunch and the pressure of the podcast setup. I think this would be a game that does not service that well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In the way that I thought Stardew Valley would, and then maybe it didn't, kind of. But yeah, like this is a game where like it's best to be played like chipped away at and not on a time crunch. Like I'm just gonna spend 2 hours wandering around a place I've already been, and I'll find a couple of secrets here and there, but I won't necessarily find a new area. But then when I do, it's very exciting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you know, we got to get away from these bugs, and let's see if there's any dogs around. Because you know what they say about dogs, Sam.
What do they say about dogs, Mallory?
My name's Mallory.
What do they say about dogs, Sabrina?
They say that they're a man's best friend.
That was close.
I'd say so.
Here we go again. Crying and
all right, we gotta start. We can't just sing for 20 seconds.
Okay.
Mallory, you have pitched me Man's Best Friend, the not quite sophomore album of Sabrina Carpenter. She's had some other projects, obviously, but the first one since her big smash hit, Short and Sweet.
Yes.
What was your thinking behind pitching me this album?
I knew that I would want to talk about it a lot, and I knew that I had an element of control in this podcast where every other week I get to choose what we talk about. There
are episodes where we pitch to each other, and there are episodes where we pitch to ourselves. Are you saying that this is the second one?
I'm saying that I was maybe a little bit selfish and self-centered on this one, and I just kind of wanted to fight. I think I'm very on the defensive, and okay, so like going back to the conversation that we briefly kind of were touching on in like the early part of the podcast, and I cut short because I didn't want to get stuck in the spiral.
Now we're entering the spiral. It's Uzumaki in this bitch. Let's go.
Into the spiral.
Into the Sabrina verse. Let's go.
Yeah. It's my pet issue, my pet peeve, my thing that just always winds me up so much, the feminine panopticon, the societal desire we have to claw at and just tear out and rip to shreds every successful female pop star, and just like people just being so weird and not normal about stuff really is like getting at me, and I can't fight with them because I don't associate with like weird misogynists in my day to day.
Make me the weird misogynist incel to fight with. Like, is that the idea?
I'm like, I think I just need to let out some of this fighting, and I'm like, Sam's probably not gonna love this album, so that at least I can fight about whether it's like the best ever. Are
you saying
love
it's about
this
more
album.
than the music? Is that what you're saying?
It's more than the music. No, it's like. It would be cool if you loved it. It's not. I'm being facetious. I'm being facetious.
It would be cool if you loved it. The Nobody Leaves podcast.
Okay, Sabrina Carpenter is awesome. Now, what do you think about this album?
This person is incredible, and I love them. Anyway, expand. This album, to me, kind of fits that I'm making an album while touring my really successful project, and I have to get another project out really quickly kind of vibe, right? I wouldn't say it does too much new. Like, it feels like Short and Sweet, the deluxe edition, and that's okay. Because Tears and Manchild and Sugar Talk and other songs are catchy and fun and interesting. Maybe I might have wanted a little bit more. I might find it a little samey, but Sabrina Carpenter's doing her thing, and her thing is very entertaining. And I think that she is best when she's got like a little, like her irony shines through in like most of her music, right? And this album, I wouldn't say does it any stronger than Short and Sweet, but it still has a couple of like turns of phrase where you're like, it's fun to listen to, and it's fun to listen to for the first time and be like, that was a good line. Like it's almost like a comedy sketch of an album. The actual like the singing and the performance and the music or what have you, I didn't find it that interesting. Like it's a little bit like, this is catchy and poppy, but it's not really like, it's not hitting me. You recommended an album to me earlier this year outside of the podcast that's been in my rotation like regularly since, which is Be the Cowboy.
Oh man, we should have
Now,
talked about that on the podcast.
Now I think you and I can both, can we be honest with each other, like removed from the hype.
Okay.
I think that album is a little more interesting than Man's Best Friend.
Yeah, I mean,
in terms of songwriting, in terms of instrumentality, in terms of singing, I think not to pit two bad bitches against each other, but
okay, yeah.
I'm much more vibe with like a Mitski or a Japanese Breakfast or other folks who I can't think of off the top of my head because podcasting is hard. But it's a fine album.
It's
now tear me down, destroy
me. I want to acknowledge the if people were like paying attention to my facial expression while I was like listening, like you can just see me being like, and we're tolerating someone else's opinion.
I can feel the coil spring.
but like I mean like I do mostly agree with you in the sense of like, you know, it's not necessarily like deep in the way of like you're, you know, I'm not crying to any of these songs. These are not songs to cry to.
I was hoping it might get that way because I like the like back and forth of like relationships are great, relationships are terrible. Like, and I was like, ooh, is there gonna be like a shockingly like sad song in the middle of this? And it just never, that shoe never dropped, right?
Yeah. Like, if I'm being honest, I think that, like, I agree that, like, I love Sabrina and her irony bag the best. Like, if I were to say my least favorite tracks, like, it would probably be, like, I mean, and again, this is like we've had 3 days to listen to this, so I might love these in a little bit. But right now, like, I feel like Goodbye and like We Almost Broke Up Again, I'm not necessarily like getting hit so much with. I just really love her, like, and I do also agree that like it doesn't necessarily have so much of an identity. I do think it definitely has an identity that's different from Short and Sweet, like vis-a-vis like there's genre themes going on, right? Like the country stuff, the like disco-y type of stuff, like these like kind of three lines I do feel like are fun new directions and stuff. But I
There's
also
some grooves, for sure.
Yeah, but like I you know, this is not Igor, Tyler, Creator, you know, like where it's like start to finish, like this is the concept, like
it's like
I'm not performing anyway.
And
yeah, I'm inhabiting a brand new character, you know. It's like, no, she's being Sabrina Carpenter like through and through, and she's just added like a bunch of new tracks to her like artillery, like to her, what do you call that?
more arrows in her quiver. I mean, like
more arrows in her quiver. That's exactly it. Yeah. she has like now more tools at her disposal when she's doing her like amazing live performances that she puts so much effort into. But I like it all, you know. I'm like down with all of it. I'm into all of it. I really like the highs are high for me, and the tunes are good. I feel like you were about to ask a question, maybe not.
No, I was just thinking it must be really hard to be a music artist, especially one who has like a meteoric rise like Sabrina Carpenter, because like this is nothing new, right? Like the sophomore slump is like a popular idea, but like you do a departure, you do something different, and people don't like it because it's not what they signed up for, or you do an album that's like a lot more of the same, and I think this falls into that category. And jackasses like me are sitting here going, yeah, it's about as good as Short and Sweet, which was like the #1 album last year. It's like who cares about my opinion, right? But like B, it's like what there's no right answer, right? Like it's got to be different enough to be unique and interesting and have its own identity as an album, but it can't stray too far or else people will be upset. And it's like, people are apparently already upset because of like the theming of the album and the cover and whatnot. And it's like, man, y'all got to get off Twitter because like this ain't that big of a departure.
Yeah, no, there's a big like she finally had a like interview done. I watched this like CBS interview she did, which just sucked. Like the questions, I was like, they're just being like,
Good Morning America is not like the hard-hitting journalism you want it to be.
They're just being like, I'm just like, why isn't she needs to be on like Hot Ones and Chicken Date, you know what I mean? I'm like, she needs to be in like bubbles with people that have respect for other humans instead of being
people
like
that aren't like 70.
Like, so which songs are about Barry Keoghan and like
right.
And like, so what do you think of Taylor Swift's engagement? It's like, okay, well, but I don't know. So it was hard to get much insights, but she did ask her about like all the controversy and backlash to the album, and she basically was like, yeah, more people need to go outside. And it was like, yeah. I don't know.
If this is as edgy as Sabrina Carpenter gets, it's not that edgy. Like, I don't know
it's
what
not.
to tell you.
It's so tame. Like,
I'm kind of
disappointed
disappointed because I thought the album cover was like provocative, right? And then the album itself I find very not.
Yeah, like there's songs. There's like House Tour is like a very, you know, like
it's full of innuendo, right? But it's silly.
But it's jokey. Right? Yeah, like it, literally that track just feels like she's like, okay, I'm gonna let's just like do as many puns as we can. Like it feels like extended like lyrics. You know what I mean? It's just like being a little trickster. Let me like put in all my little references to like how many house references could I turn into sex jokes or whatever. Like, you know, she's just having fun. She's not being like, she's not coming out and being like, a woman's role is to like serve a man or like whatever people are hallucinating. But it's just being in the mainstream and people clutching at straws to find a reason to hate her and be mean to her. And
who are these people? Like, who are you? Like, are you just seeing this on like social media? That's like the question I have for you, because like to me, this album is like kind of like landing softly, where it's like I don't hear anyone talking about it. I don't hear anyone like enthusiastic about it or negative about it. I just hear like it's like, oh, there's a new Sabrina Carpenter album.
I think it's partially because of that. I think that like not enough people, like the Carpentinas. I don't even know what the fan name is. Whatever you are, I'm one of you at this point.
Onces, okay.
How bad can we possibly be? I think that there's not enough like positivity, I feel like, to drown out like so there's just so many like, and it's also, I feel like I'm looking at I need to be on Instagram more. When I was on Instagram, I was finally seeing people being like, yes, this is the best, or I'm like, okay, finally, like some people are saying stuff. But it's like any YouTube video I'd watch, like the comments would just be like, yeah, she's a little too cocky for me. I'm like, girl, like, what is your... It's like, she's not a girl's girl because I feel threatened by her. It's like, I don't... Ugh, it grinds my gears. Because I feel like the people who are like... People aren't necessarily championing the album, and maybe it's not like the smash hit that like Short and Sweet was, whatever, like that's by the by. But the people who are mobilized and are very energized and are passionate are the like, women are having hobbies, we have to stop this now, police. And I'm just like, so tired. It's tired rhetoric. And
well, so like the narrative when Short and Sweet came out, right, was that Sabrina Carpenter is unique because she talks about sex, and that's become like not taboo, but there's been the like Gen Z regression of like, don't have sex scenes in movies, don't talk about it, it's icky, it makes me uncomfortable, like, and she's like an aversion to that, or like a balm on the salve, a balm, a healing potion for a very sexless generation, right? As being a young person who's willing to talk about that stuff.
I do feel like a lot of the commenters are like 40 and 50 though at the same time. Like I could just get. I hope they're not. If you're like 19 and you're leaving like disapproving mother comments on like social
I think there are
media,
a lot of disapproving mother commenters out there who are like 17. A lot of them are men, and a lot of them are scared of women, and so like that plays into it for sure. But there's also just like there's the jealous archetype of like, well, she's nothing special. People just like her because she's hot, like that kind of like jealous, bitchy kind of like vibe that I think is that any woman who's successful in any field is gonna get, right? But like, I don't know. There's not much here to be like upset about.
Yeah, I think what annoys me. I think if I saw like a bunch of comments brigading, I would almost feel more like, oh, they're like, spamming her, or like, oh, these are bots or something. I think I'll just see like these like single solo stray comments, and I'm like, that was what someone thought when they watched this video. It's like, it's too genuine, and I'm like, oh yeah, it just bothers me. But let's get away from all of this negativity. We don't need to address these people other than to say, if you think that there's too much sex in this album, explore your body, and then you're allowed to have an opinion. Okay,
or that's just listen to any album from like I don't know. That's not the number one pop hit album of the year, right?
Listen to 7 Days a Week by Jungkook. Like, where was the outrage then when he's being like, leave you with that afterglow? I'm like, you're not allowed to say afterglow in a song.
It's kind of back to the K-pop thing, right? Of like, these people are meant to be like symbols of affection but sexless, right? Like, that's like the weird it's the weird line. And Sabrina Carpenter has very much come out and been like, no, not that.
Yeah.
She has sex, I'm pretty sure. If she doesn't, she's really good at faking it.
Yeah.
And maybe
actually,
she's really good at faking it, because that comes up often, too.
If Sabrina Carpenter has not had sex, that is like because people are always talking about her acting chops. Like, you gotta hand it to her. Amazing theory. Yeah, no, I think it's the like double standard, or the like Madonna horror complex. Like, that was like literally in the interview, they're like, you gotta pick one. You can't have it both ways. And it's like, huh, are you saying that you can't be a Madonna and a horror? Interesting. Why do you think that? Like, oh, I don't know. But Anyway, talking about positive stuff, talking about the album. Good. Actually,
Sure.
let's start with the music videos because I love them. And I've been wanting to
Are
talk
we
to you about the
dodging around talking
manchild.
about the album because there's nothing to talk about? No.
No, we're not. I want to talk about every track, but I'm like, well, let's. The first like couple of tracks are like the music video ones, so it's like let's get the whole package, the whole picture.
Okay.
Let's talk about Manchild because I've been on this all summer. I've had the like, I've taken like the ultimate test of any like girl pop song is being in the car and like singing it like with the windows down, and I've taken Manchild for that. Baby, it's got that like, cause you're like sitting there and then you turn to each other and you're like stupid, or is it slow? It's so good.
Yeah.
It hits. It's really good. What did you think of the song, the music video, in general?
It did make its way to me. Like, I have heard it, and I didn't think I had, but it somehow, through the osmosis of top 40 hits, like, made its way to me. And yeah, it's very catchy, and it's got a good chorus, and it's got, that little bit of, like, irony and silliness and, like, one-off jokes and those moments of, like, yeah, like, stupid, slow, all very funny, all very catchy, things you can very easily make a TikTok to. I sound like I'm 100, but let's continue. You can make one of them TikTok reels to it. Music video, very fun, very expensive. I was watching it, I'm like, God, there's like 100 costumes in this, and like different sets and vehicles, and it's vaguely like Raising Arizona, like slapsticky, weird, Midwestern, and that was all very entertaining.
Yeah, it was cool, like, because so many of the comments on that video were, like, the outfit changes, which, like, as it should, like, the fact that they've crossed 30, like, when you're over 30 different outfits
like
in a
3.5
video,
minute video, yeah.
that's already insane, but, like, even just, like, the number of, like, actors that they have, like, playing, like, the different men that she's, like, interacting with, like, I
kept thinking they'd repeat more, and they wouldn't. Like, it was
yeah,
like, no,
they'd never go
person.
back. They've just moved on. It's really, really good. I love the like absurdist, like it really just brought me back to watching like like Airplane and like that kind of like Naked Gun type of movies where it's
gags
just
or what have you.
Yeah, just visual gags or just like it reminded me of like, do you know like the Far Side comics, or like there's
I'm
little
familiar with Cow Tools, among
or
others.
you show up to like a convenience store or like a gas station, like typically in like the South, and they'll just have like these like funny like it's like kind of Wine Mom Sign adjacent, where there's just like some weird like joke on like a calendar or whatever, like some visual pun that like it takes you a second for the coin to drop,
Yes, where it's not like it's like not well written, but that makes it more interesting or something. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, it's like kind of endearing in that way.
Yes,
like
it is endearing.
I find like that really cheesy kind of like it's like dad jokey kind of humor almost. Like I find it really appealing. But yeah, like this like video just like has that vibe, which is, I love it because like when I think Manchild, like my association is like entitled, like impatient, like I envision the Manchild like breakdown, like an adult man like being upset because he doesn't get like his way or whatever, like that kind of phenomenon or whatever. So then for the song to instead be about like her just kind of like loving dopey like her finding it cute that like these like stupid men, it's like it reminds me of like, it almost feels like the inversion of like, like the stereotypical man who like wants this like ditzy little princess who's just gonna like, oh really, huh? And it's
right,
like,
she
you're
wants
so
that
cute
from the guys. Like she wants the guy who's like made a drivable jet ski and is like, isn't this really cool?
Yeah, the guy who's like who's lighting her like cigarette and like lights his own hair on fire because
Yeah.
it's just like an open flame, or is like washing himself with gasoline or whatever while she's like smoking right next to him. Like, I don't know, these like absurdist gags or whatever. It feels not like, because there's this whole like weird annoying gender war stuff I feel like that goes on, especially online. It's like rather than like add to that, it's just like this weird celebration of like being stupid and absurdist or whatever. And it's like and it's so self-depreciating. I think that's what is really good about a lot of her humor, is it's like,
because there's always the nugget of like, she's choosing these men, right? Like, she's
Yeah.
making these bad choices over and over again and can't help herself.
yeah, she makes it really clear, like through those lyrics. And then there's also like, there's literally like a shot of her like eating, and there's like a huge elephant behind her, like the elephant in the room. Like, there's just so many like little nods to like the like, I'm not painting myself in like a positive light necessarily. I'm just kind of like, which I don't know, it gives it that edge that is just like what is really like draws me to her music. I don't know. I love.
Well, it's
Manchild.
like, these
I
men are
think it's really good.
doofuses, but so is she. Like,
Yeah.
there's songs like "When Did You Get Hot," where it's like, no, I can be superficial and that's okay and it's funny, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can be overwhelmed by just being like, damn, that person had a glow up. Like,
Yeah, like you're an ugly kid, but you're a sexy man. So it's
what's
like,
the one where she's drinking and she's like, it's the kind of country one. And
yeah,
it's like,
go-go
her-
juice.
go-go juice. her mimicking on the phone, like, oh yeah, I'm just slurring my words, but don't worry about that. It's unrelated. Like, it's very, it's very silly and funny in a way that I think, like, I've been kind of ragging on the album, but like, it is charming, right?
Yeah, her sense of humor make him laugh so often, and that's why people weren't paying attention. That's why I have a real soft spot for like actually legitimately funny women, where it's just like they just go for it and they're not afraid to like make themselves look stupid. And Sabrina Carpenter is not afraid to like there's so many songs on this album that I feel like you would consider like almost like a villain song, like like the one you just mentioned of the glow up song. Oh
Go-Go
my
Juice.
god. Yeah, when did you get hot?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel like there's so many parts of that song that I could just envision like villain edits of like characters or whatever, like people making their little
You're already
animatics,
seeing like the fan cams. I can feel it.
yeah, like it just feels like she's often painting herself almost like because people on the internet are so ready to be like, they're a narcissist and my ex was a narcissist and my parents were narcissists, and she's just being like, I'm kind of a narcissist. I'm like, hell yeah, that's cool.
Slay queen, all right.
Yeah, no, it's nice. To like wrap up the conversation about Manchild, because we're gonna bounce around all the other songs on the album. I really love the narrative arc of the video. Like, a lot of people have pointed out, like, it starts with like there's a turtle with the like walking really slowly with a bird sitting on it, and then the end of the video is like an eagle carrying the turtle, and like kind of the implication being like, you're like not just being a passenger, like learning to take charge kind of vibes, because the whole video is like her being a passenger and getting like
well, yeah, she
just
goes
being
to like a
along
whole
for the
Coen
ride.
Brothers movie, like in the
Yes.
video.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's just permanently being like led around and like just hitchhiking. Like that's the theme and the vibe, and like I feel like kind of fits into like maybe not all women, but certain women's experiences of like straight relationships, like the idea of like being like, you have to be like hitch your wagon to like a man who's going to be like the lead or whatever, like
Or you just
that
have to
kind of
go
idea.
along with like bullshit, right? Like, you got to go
Yeah.
to the sports bar and watch the MMA fight or whatever. I think there's a reference to that in one of these songs as well. And it's like, yeah, men are not shy about their hobbies and their interests and their obsessions in a way that women are kind of have to like Trojan horse them into culture or what have you, or into like activities, right?
Totally. Yeah, no, but it's like what's beautiful is like she goes through the arc. There's like it feels like there's kind of a pit where she's getting like really mad and upset with all the men, and then she's like fighting and yelling and kicking them, and then she just like goes into just more like there's a front bottoms lyric. I want to contribute to the chaos. I don't want to just watch and then complain. Like it feels like she's on that. She's like she's like firing a machine gun out of the back of a truck. She's like, she's like
Right.
crying in one scene and like laughing with joy in another. She's trying to kill a guy in one scene and like, snuggling up to another guy in another one. Like it's just all the chaos of life and the beauty and like being a participant and an actor in it rather than just like a passenger that's like tolerating your situation.
Well, you know what would have been really like trite and bad, and it didn't go in this direction? It never like has the like I just want to be one of the boys like moment, right? Mm-hmm. Which I think is like really overplayed as like this as a way to tackle this concept. It's like it never like she keeps her femininity while still being like an active participant, like you were talking about. Like I think that's a more modern take on this idea of like a guy's girl or what have you.
Totally, yeah, and it's like she ends it still hitchhiking. And it's like that bond isn't severed. It's just like changed in that she's like taking more agency and like finding her own way to participate. My favorite shots are like there's a series of like probably like 5 or 6 shots in a row where it's like my favorite shot in the whole video is when she wakes up from the bed and like points the gun. Like that brings me so much joy. Like I will literally rewind and like rewatch just that part like so many times because I'm just like, oh, like yes, and then it's like cutting to like a chicken in a cowboy boots and then an orca jumping over her, and like it's just like
Free Willy in this.
I love the like just chaos like part of it of like we're just discovering the chaos and insanity of life. Oh, it makes me happy.
As far as like great shots go, there's the moment where she like jumps out of the motel room and then is instantly in the pool, and like it's really fast, and it's like the camera like follows her out the window, and I'm like, wow, that was pretty. They may have hidden like a jump cut in there somewhere, but I was like, that was really well shot there, like right in the middle of this massive montage.
Yeah, they went off. They brought out all the film school people. They were
indeed. The bit that kept getting me was all the different like ridiculous vehicles. Like I like the guy. It's one of the first ones. It's not even a K truck, which is becoming trendy here in America. People getting Japanese K trucks, but it's like a K truck with 2 wheels instead of 4, and so it's constantly slamming into the ground. I didn't talk about this in my week, but like my buddy just went and did a boxcar derby in like a local like event in my town. Yeah. And he very much fits the premise of this video of like he's all enthused about it. He's making this like wooden cart and like salvaging a bunch of junk to make this like fun thing. And his wife is like having to wrangle their 2 kids and be like, all right, when's this event going to end? It's just like, yeah.
This is beautiful. But that's beautiful. Like I love that for him at the same time.
No, they're a great couple, but like
yeah.
I very much hope that she has her own interests that he can wrangle the kids for. But it was like it is very like it's like a painting or something. I don't know. It's very beautiful. Like Americana.
Oh man, yeah, good video. Love it so much. I would gush about it more, but we got a whole other video and a whole other rest of the film we're gonna talk about. Let's do tears, because that's I've had a lot less time obviously with this video because it came out with the release of the album. Mm-hmm. The gays are out. The people who were in the wings being like, oh, she's doing the trad wife thing, Trump's in office and she's trying to be conservative again. The gays are back in full force. Rocky Horror Picture Show has returned in 2025. We're there. Oh, I'm happy with this. It makes me happy. I like this. What do you think of tears, Sam?
Sabrina Carpenter's really pretty.
She's beautiful.
I've only seen the video She's really pretty. I've only seen the video once, and yeah, no, it's fun. I don't like it nearly as much. I just feel like I've seen a lot of the parodying like a slasher movie. I feel like it's just like a bit I've seen a lot more. Why are people having to die in every music video? Has that been explained, or is that just like a thing? There's a pattern.
It just always someone dies at every video. I think usually a man dies in each video. So then it was like, yeah, like someone has to die in every video. So then she's like meta referencing it. I was like, that's pretty beautiful. I like, it's really funny because like rewatching it, it's like the scene, like when it gets kind of to like the climax of the song, like at the end or whatever, and it's doing like the thing where it's like fast jump cutting between like a bunch of shots or whatever. There are just like maybe 2 shots interspersed of like the guy waking up behind the wheel of the car that he crashed in. Because the first time I watched it, I was like, who is this guy? Yeah, like because in the beginning, the video starts with him crashing the car, and she like rolls out and falls out of it, and then like enters this like creepy, sexy house. And but like by the end of the video, I'd completely forgotten about it, so it wasn't until rewatch that I was like, oh yeah, that's like what happened. But
yeah, I did not realize he was at the beginning at all. I was just like, who's this guy who's about to get murdered?
she's just talking about it, but it's good. Tell me about the actor because I'm not familiar with him. I'm sorry, even though he's gay, I don't know him. I don't know.
We're
not
know
all
every
gay people.
Gay actor?
Not all gay people know each other very least. So.
You don't know Oscar nominated, I think, actor Coleman Domingo?
I'm not familiar.
Well, I'm not really either, but I know who he is, and I know he was in Sing Sing, which I missed. So, guess I'm a jackass on that one.
I've been sold on him from this video because it's very like the faces are good, like the looks, the like immediately coming out with like the just gender fucky like business suit and like
very the Fifth Element for a second.
lot of lipsticks and mustaches, and I'm just there, like I'm like good, and then like I don't know. I love like you're like waiting for her to like enter the song, and she's like looking so scared and like anticipating or whatever, and then like he just like pops out and like starts singing. I'm like, this is good. Easily the best shot of anything I've seen in my whole entire life is when she's talking about like I'd love it if you could like clean the dishes, and like one of these like kind of drag queens just like smashes it, and she goes, ah!
That caught me off guard for sure. I was like, don't yell at me, Sabrina.
It's the funniest thing. It really makes me laugh so much. It's such a specific sense of humor. It's so good. It makes me happy. I love just a bunch of like weird gay Halloween monster people just being creepy in a house and going woo, and yeah.
It made me. We're getting close to October, and I was like, yeah, I want to go to another haunted house. I went to one last year and had for the first time in like a decade, and I was like, that was fun.
It's such a vibe. It's like it made me want to be like, all right, I gotta get new fishnets that don't have holes in them. Like to just go out on the town.
You and I approach Halloween very differently.
Yeah, I gotta get my new looks in order. It's good, and I love, and then there's like a weird, we're all waiting for like you kind of alluded to it earlier with like the like cover maybe like promising a little bit more like salaciousness, the risque
or whatever.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily like toe the line as much, but I'm glad we did at least get like her and like this dude like crawling on the ground and like licking someone's feet or whatever. Like that's good. It has my ultimate fantasy, which is walking down a hallway and a bunch of like 10-inch coffin nails steal my my business suit, my
sure.
my Hillary Clinton like girl boss suit or whatever. Like it's good. It's a good video, and gay. That's it. I mean,
Good video and gay. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's all we need. But yeah, that's there's maybe less to say. You're right that it's maybe not as like standout compared to like Manchild is like I'm gonna be going back to that one like forever. But yeah, we'll see how Tears continues to sit with me. But I'm happy about it. Other tracks, other songs that we're feeling, that we're into, that we're loving, that we're enduring. My favorite one is My Man on Willpower, easily. I think it's just really funny and really good. It's such a like weird thing to make a song about. And it's
Do you have
it's
any
another
lines
one of those
that like jumped out to you particularly?
I mean, like the like, you know, I mean, the whole intro is like, you know, he's clingy, he's loving, and then he has this change, and then he's like wide-eyed pondering what life without me would be like, and then her response is, can I return it? Get back the version I like. This one's bullshit, baby. It's really good. It's really like, I love just the petty being like, well, but no, like you're outgrowing me. Like what the like
right.
You were my little lapdog servant. Like what is this? What is happening? Good. You got to be an intellectual to be enjoying these songs, but they are fire. It's really nice.
Yeah, no, they don't spell it out for you at all. They're not. You got to really dig deep. They're not very surface level. I'm being a jackass. It's fun. It's silly. There's a lot. To enjoy here.
It's not that deep, but it's also one like you could not listen to the lyrics, and like my hope is that like people in the club will be listening to the songs and they'll be singing along, and then they'll be like, wait a second. And they'll have all sorts of awakenings.
Not to be like, once again, to be like, oh, but I like your old stuff better. Please, 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 to me is like the absolute triumph of this idea of like, yeah, but we could stay inside. And isn't the ceiling fan so nice? Like, it's
yes.
It's the satire there, the like placating of a dude, possibly incel, possibly Barry Keoghan, whatever. Like,
yeah,
like it feels so real, and it's like you can feel the like placating girlfriend who is really like running laps around her man in a way that's yeah, it's very funny. Like
just
that,
trying
that's
to like
the,
keep it. Mm-hmm.
That song to me, I mean, not surprising. It's like her second or third biggest hit. Is like Sabrina Carpenter, like in a bottle. Like it's like the essence of Sabrina. And then I was missing a Please, Please, Please on this album, even though there are some that like have similar ideas, and that's one of them for me.
Yeah, no, I feel what you mean. I think I'm just happy to get more of it. Like I think Please, Please, Please is always gonna keep that top spot, but like I don't know, it's good. And then like beyond just lyrics, just on a melody level, like the he used to be literally obsessed with me, like that I will be singing that like for the rest of my days. It's so good. Yeah, I don't know.
How do you feel about the country twang that like creeps its way into like the back third of the album? Because I did not expect it.
Yeah, I'm honestly like loving it. I feel like it's been like the last hurdle. There's the infamous drill tweet that I bring up every episode of like, this is the codex of human knowledge. It contains the library of everything we know except rap and country. It's like I've that's like the one hurdle I haven't conquered is like getting into country music, because just so much of it feels like I'm like, this artist would probably like spit on me and kick me out of their house, and also like the lyrics are like, at least she loves God and she doesn't betray me and turn gay, and it's like I don't feel like I'm allowed in that world, is my feeling a lot of times when I listen to a lot of songs.
That's fair. You aren't.
Have I? Yeah, I'm definitely not about. I'm certain that like Dolly Parton or the Dixie Chicks, have some sort of like songs that I would love. I'm sure there's just some really great stuff out there that I haven't given the chance. But like between Chapel Roan's like The Giver and then like this one, and I guess like Old Town Road, maybe to a lesser extent because it's like a lot more of a
and Cowboy
hip-hop
Carter.
fusion.
I mean, like there's a lot of like pop going country lately.
Well,
Like
so-
it's an interesting trend.
That's the thing is like I feel like Cowboy. Well, so I haven't listened to Cowboy Carter. There's Daddy Lessons off of Lemonade, which we listened to, which was really cool. But I feel like I've been sold a lot of songs that were like it's like we're going in a country. Like Rina Sawayama made This Hell and was like, yeah, this is kind of like country, and I'm like, maybe I don't get country, but it doesn't. I love the song, but I'm not. I don't feel like I'm embracing country. Vampire Weekend did a similar thing with Father of the Bride. They were like, yeah, we incorporated country, and I'm like, this is still like, like a frail Jewish man sings about his like, his love of art museums. But like, yeah, like this is like country I can get behind with people who like wouldn't like, just give me a black eye probably.
Right.
Yeah, there's some good country. I'm trying to remember what's the really country ones.
It's Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry, right?
Yeah, that one's nice. That one is nice. Is Sugar Talking country? How does that one go again?
I don't remember. Sugar Talk's the disco-y one.
Oh, right. Yeah. But yeah, don't worry, I'll make you worry. I'm feeling. Manchild has like some country kind of vibes a little bit that I'm feeling. I'm about it. That's
I know that
my
country
take on
music
country.
is like black licorice to you, and I don't blame you because like modern country music, and by modern I mean like last 30 years, is like generic chord progression, guns, trucks, mom, Jesus, like it is very formulaic. It's currently being completely like annihilated by AI. So, the the besties are fighting, I guess. I don't know. Like two things I don't like: modern country music and AI.
I love that.
Other.
I love the idea of modern country music and AI being the girls fighting. Like they're supposed to be best friends. Like that's like Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Like
yes, very much so. But it's so generic and it's so formulaic that you can like really easily replicate it with AI, and so that's currently like destroying it as far as like country streaming. I just heard like in the background. Yeah, but this is going for more of that like Dolly Parton-esque deal, and I didn't realize that it literally like she's a Dolly Parton fan. Like I learned that this morning, and as I was listening to the album, I'm like, this has got some like Dolly Parton vibes to it. And then it's like, oh no, she was on the deluxe version of Short and Sweet, and apparently that was like one of her big inspirations for this album. And I just, I'd prefer if you're gonna have to do like the country throwback, I'd prefer that to like really generic like guitar progressions or what have you.
Totally. Yeah, it's like it's capturing like more of a feel. Like there's some oomph to the songs, and they're not about generic things, and like they have like that feeling and vibe, and then they're able to lean on those country influences in a way that makes them interesting. You gotta watch Dolly Parton and Sabrina Carpenter singing "Please, Please, Please," like duetting it in a car, and it's all in this like kind of black and whitey type of filter. It like I've actually like teared up watching that video before, because you just get this like generational thing. Like she's like being like this like mother to her. I'm like, like I don't know.
The modern
it's
American
good.
saint Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I hear so much good stuff about her. I'm like, that's got to be the one that I don't think I've heard the song Jolene. That's like the famous one, right?
Yeah.
Would you be surprised if I haven't heard it? Like, do you think I have and I just don't realize it?
It's one of those things where, like, even if you haven't, like, sought out, like, let me watch a performance of Dolly Parton singing Jolene, you've probably heard it in a bar or in a movie or a TV show or a cover. Like, it is a pretty famous song, right?
Is it on the level of, like, Sweet Caroline, Bop,
Yes.
bop. Okay, it's around there.
Very different song, but yes.
I probably know. That's just my go-to, like, is everyone knows song.
Right. Everyone knows this. Why does everyone know this kind of song?
Can you break me off a little bit, or is that to
Of
everyone?
Jolene?
Yeah, just so that I know what it is.
Well, imagine Dolly Parton saying the name Jolene like multiple times in a row, and you're there.
Jolene.
Jolene. Da da da
Okay.
da 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 da. You've heard it. You've probably
Okay.
heard it at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah. That's
I'm pretty
ringing
confident.
bells. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I was actually more interested to ask you about like the country, like your feeling on it, because you obviously have been exposed to a lot more. So
Yes, Sam origin story. I was forced to listen to nothing but country for like my entire life, and then I became 18 and said, I have no music taste at all. Like, I'm a blank slate, and now I'm in college. Please, like, give me all of your music. Yum, yum, yum.
yes.
So, I would say it leans a little bit closer into that, like, last 30 years of country. Like, we're just going to have some really simple guitar progressions, and we're going to have, like, we're going to throw in a little bit of twang here and there. It's not... It's fun to hear like her take on it, but I wouldn't say it gets very like it's surface deep. Or it's
Yeah.
what's the word for that? Shallow. It's a little like it doesn't quite
Shallow.
not
Or maybe
in the way that like
vapid.
right. I'm not calling Sabrina stupid or shallow, but I would say that like a Cowboy Carter goes a little like digs a little deeper. And is like instrument wise more interesting, or like song composition wise more interesting. Man, talking about music's hard. Like we talked about that track on Lemonade that like is like a country throwback, and that to me is like way more interesting because it felt more like blues influenced, or like it felt more interesting than this, which feels a little bit closer to like a Jason Aldean song, but not quite that bad, to be clear.
I see. Gotcha.
But closer,
I can't even
closer
take
to the kind of songs that like Bo Burnham make fun of, you know?
I can't even take it as a slight because I don't know who Jason Aldean.
You don't know who that is? Yeah.
But yeah, but like Bo Burnham pandering and like, yes. Of like, yes, country music. I too am involved in this.
It does also feel a bit like not the subject matter isn't pandering, but the fact that it's like let's throw a little twangier kind of song on this album does feel like a weird intentional thing of like let's get on country music stations and like garner a new audience or what have you. Like it feels a little bit like Post Malone's most recent album is a country album. It's like, okay, that feels a little gimmicky, but yeah, it is what it is.
No, definitely. It makes sense, but it feels, I think there's something like holistically to the album of like one thing is like motorcycle. So she has said that like this album is like intended to be like listened to in order. So like I was kind of like trying to like, can I piece together some sort of like narrative thread, and it's like not crazy strong to me, like we've kind of been hinting at throughout the whole podcast. Like I don't know that I get like a definite like yeah, like this is the arc, this is like the low point or whatever. Like it feels like it kind of goes back and forth a lot, and it's just kind of like a collection of fun songs. But I do feel like there's like an aesthetic through line. Like I didn't expect disco and country to feel bridged, I guess. And I kind of feel like they are in a way, just in like there's this retro vibe. I don't know if I could like nail the time period.
It feels like a road trip. It feels like a Midwestern road trip, right? Where it feels kind of timeless. And so some of that feels a little like Rascal Flatts, and some of that feels a little bit like Dolly Parton or like disco. Like there's parts of it that maybe feel a little like simple, but there's also parts of it that feel like nostalgic and fun, and that is it's a fine line, but it's there.
Yeah, no, definitely. it is like a there. That's like what I mean to say when I say like there is like some thematic elements to it that do feel like they're a departure from like your espressos and please 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 and bedcam, which feel like they all fit together in this like soft, fluffy, sparkly like kind of vibe, like, you know,
Right.
or just like hot girl summer type of stuff. Like this is a little bit more like, you know, the whole thing just feels like an old movie in a way, and like of that certain time period. So I like it. I like the songs. What did you think of Never Getting Laid?
Never Getting Laid is fine. Like some of these songs definitely like kind of just washed over me, and that was one of them where it's like I didn't really like jump out to me as like an interesting one. Same with Nobody's Son.
Yeah, well, those are two songs I really like. I really like.
Good.
I love the melody of like, I just hope you get I hope you get agoraphobia someday. Like, it's nice. And even though it is, like, kind of retreading the, like, please, 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 like, you should stay in your room type of vibe, like, it's, I like that there are these, like, fun pop melodies, but I'm getting to say something that is a little less, like, trite to me, I guess. Like, it's a little bit more, like, it's, like, I like just, like, sitting around and singing about it, like hoping, like wanting to inflict someone with agoraphobia and like hoping that they never see another person and being like, just being like possessive and weird and creepy. Like that's like the vibe of like so many of these songs. It's like a lot of villain songs. Nobody's Son.
A lot of villain songs.
Nobody's Son. I just really like the. Here we go again, da, 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 da. Like the like I'm just nodding my head side to side very like peacefully.
I think my problem is that there's so many songs where I'm doing that like my neck is getting tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it is. I guess
needed
it's
a
like
couple more. I needed like one song to be just like a huge departure and be like an interesting, unexpected thing. Like if there was like a punk song on this album, I'd like it. I'm not even a punk guy, but I'd just be like, okay, there was something to break it up a little bit.
Yeah, totally. It's. I'm at the store that sells really good macarons, and I'm just buying.
Just give me
like,
all of them.
Trays and trays of like I'm like, let's just get all the flavors and just eating all of them. And you're a little upset
orange,
because
and
you're
this
like,
one's peach and this one's tan, and it's like, okay.
And you're a little upset because you're like, hey, we haven't eaten lunch, and
yeah, there you go.
And I'm like, that's fair, but I'm enjoying what is on the table and what is being served to us by our queen, our icon, #Carpenter Nation. Oh my God!
Carpenter Nation.
I'm gonna find out. You're gonna rank this album, and I'm gonna find out what.
It doesn't matter what you think about it. It matters what I think about it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to rank it.
Now that I've been man's best friend, let's see what man has to repay me with.
Well, as the subject of this album, I feel attacked. I feel personally slighted. Because clearly, that's the best part about people who don't like this kind of satire or like Sabrina Carpenter-esque stuff. Because it's like, if your reaction is to immediately assume like this is about me and I'm upset, then it's like, it's a self-report, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing that character. I'm in no way offended by this album. I'd rather be offended by this album because I find it kind of like just hanging out. It's a C. Is that too mean? Is C mean?
C is for Carpenter, which apparently the fandom name is Carpenters or Sabrinators, which I think is way better.
The Sabrinators.
Yeah, Sabrinators.
Yeah, no, it's a C for me. It's gotta be a C. I don't get much out of it. It's some catchy stuff to listen to on the radio while I drive from place to place, which is fine.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not let down at all by this. This is like I probably the most on this podcast that I've been like, I just care about this, and you're just gonna have to tolerate me talking about it because I've like really invested. Like there's been times where I've been like, oh, but you didn't like, but I'm like, this one, I'm like, it's cool. I cannot be mad at your analysis. I will though. It's sort of this was like something I was thinking about because like it seems like Sabrina Carpenter is having a really hard time like finding like Mr. Right, you know, and I was just feeling like it's like. You know, Sabrina, if you're, you know, and I know it might have been a little bit confusing because
Sabrina, if you're out there.
Listen, Sabrina, I know if you're like 2 weeks later watching a like 100 views, like hour and a half long review of your album in which the like co-hosts are mostly just kind of like bickering and making inside jokes.
And the one co-host can't stop talking about Hollow Knight.
But just to say like, you know, if you're, because there's the song that starts with like the guy like leads her to that was Nobody's Son. Like it starts with like the like leaving a text like I think it's time we took a break so I can grow emotionally. Like,
are you still pitching the album to me? I've already put it as a C.
No, just follow me along this train of thought.
A light 6 to a strong, or a strong 6 to a light 7. I didn't even make the Fantana joke. I wore the damn
yeah.
everything.
Transition, but I think that like the like that song, like it starts off with like we need a break so I can grow emotionally, and how it's like lying and gaslighting and like using therapy language to like you know just not cope with things straightforward. Like if you, I'm pitching
Sabrina Carpenter
this.
feels like someone who would break up with me over a text. I'm just saying.
No,
a little bit.
I feel like I'm pitching that she dates you, and I feel like if she dates you, if you wanted to dump her, you would not do that. So I feel like if you're looking for the guy, that's my pitch.
Okay, like let's explore this a little bit. So Sabrina Carpenter and I are dating. Like let's explore that a little bit further. You know, maybe we can get a B out of this instead of a C. You know, B for like best couple. At the
well, see, now you're being manipulated. Now she's gonna date you thinking that you're gonna like bump her up a rank, and then you're not going to, because you have to have like the truth of your craft. This is manipulative. Never mind. This is a walking red flag of a man, Sabrina. Stay away. Keep searching. I'm sure they're out there. I don't really get it. I'm a lesbian. I don't fully understand, but best of luck to you.
Transition. Did you love the album? What would you rate it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Something. I don't know.
Mine is an S
that
for
much
Sabrina.
Fantano, but it's the patterns, the repetition. It's infused.
He knows how to market himself. He figured it out. Yeah. I like that I gave it a S for Sabrina and you gave it a C for Carpenter, so that's pretty cool.
You're not allowed to rank it. You pitched it.
Yeah. But whose opinion do people care about?
I'm not scared of men.
All right. Hit me, Sam.
What do you want? What do you want from me? You want a pitch? You want a thoughtful choice about, like, I could just make you play Hollow Knight. I could just do it. I can make you play Silk Song in 3 days, like I'm going to. I could.
You
just
can pull the
ruin your week.
trigger.
I
pull
could.
the trigger, Piglet.
Why you call me a piglet?
Isn't that's the meme where he says pull the trigger, Piglet?
I haven't seen that meme, unfortunately.
Piglet has to make an intense moral decision. I don't even really remember. I just remember people saying "pull the trigger, Piglet" a lot. Anyway,
I think we're gonna have to kill this guy, Piglet.
Yeah, it's that vibe. It's like this, Steven. I think we're gonna have to kill this guy.
Well, I'm flipping back and forth, right? I was gonna pitch you an anime, but I think I'll be pitching you an anime soon, so I don't want to double up. So I think it's finally time for you to watch the best movie of the year that also has some country twang to it, that also has some spooky Halloween-y vibes, and it's September now. We can start getting into it a little bit. I want you to watch Sinners. How's that sound?
I'm finally gonna be part of the zeitgeist. I'm
You
finally
will
gonna
finally be part of the zeitgeist.
I'm finally you're fishing me out from like watching like Has Been Hotel and listening to like Luna, the disbanded K-pop group from like 2021. I'm finally gonna be engaged with something that's relevant to the culture. I'm very excited.
Will this be the second movie of this year that you've watched after K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yeah, I mean, if you count the amount of times that I've watched K-pop Demon Hunters, it's probably
there
going to
you
be
go.
the seventh. But does each watch count as a different?
No.
Oh, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know almost anything. I think that people
That's good.
have been very guarded about spoilers for this movie because it's like evidently like matters and is good. And like when people are this
I don't want to
precious
put too
about
many
it, like
expectations on
yeah.
it. But it's a cool movie, and I will say, well, it's got some good stuff that we'll talk about next week.
I'm excited. No, it'd be very interesting to check out. Who are the people who made it again? What are the names associated?
Well,
I just told you I don't know about the zeitgeist. This is like I dip in for Sabrina
the
Carpenter and I
director
get
is
back out.
Yeah, I gotcha. The director is Ryan Coogler, who made Black Panther and Creed and Fruitvale Station and other movies, mostly Black Panther 2. And it stars Michael B. Jordan. And other people, good character actors. And you might be wondering, why did he say Michael B. Jordan twice? It was intentional.
Oh, I thought that it was like a thing, like you cut out or the
No.
Discord glitched.
I intended to do that.
Whoa.
What does that mean? Find out next
What
week.
does it mean? I'm excited.
And it stars Haley Steinfeld.
Whoa.
Steinfeld,
I think.
So there is a pop girly in this movie. So you can enjoy that.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm wet at the thought of it.
Cut. We're ending the show. We're out. I'm uncomfortable now. Have a horrible evening, Mallory.
Sweet dreams.